Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 5th anniversary season of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, a chief content producer and writer of jakestick.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. If you're listening to this on any of our audio platforms, please give us a 5-star rating. Download this episode and more episodes after this conversation. I'm very excited because I have a very exciting guest today. She is a model and she is one of 2024's Sports Illustrated rookie models, and she currently serves on the board of Get Safe. So please help me welcome Dr. Nina Cash to the podcast.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Jake. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Dr. Cash.
Oh, and please, it's Nina. It's Nina.
Okay, Nina. Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's great. So, all right, Nina. So when did you get interested in modeling?
Oh, goodness. Well, I think, as a little girl, and like a lot of little girls, they thought, oh, modeling would be something really cool and really exciting. But I was scouted when I was in high school. And my parents, well, first of all, let me take a step back. I grew up in a military Filipino Catholic family. And so very conservative. And my parents wouldn't let me model until I was out of high school. So right out of high school, in the first part of junior college, I was lucky enough to get an agency and do a little bit of modeling here and there. And yeah, it was a lot of fun until I fell in love and got married and started a family. So then I had to put that modeling on the back burner. So yeah, that's how I started with modeling.
That's incredible. So I gotta tell you this, guys. It's amazing that this is the first time I had someone that's part of anything Sports Illustrated related on my platform. So you are the first, and you're breaking some doors.
Hopefully I won't be the last for you too, Jake.
Absolutely. So when did you hear about the Sports Illustrated Rookie Model Contest?
Oh gosh, well, I had heard about it probably when the search first started about, 7 or 8 years ago. It was definitely on my radar, and thought it was really exciting because MJ Day, the editor-in-chief, was kind of flipping the switch on what it was to be a swimsuit model, right? I think in the past there was this stereotype of this perfect person that was very hard to achieve for a lot of women out there. And we all know that beauty comes in every shape, size, and color, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So it was really nice to see that MJ Day and the whole SI swimsuit family was bringing a new light to what it means to be beautiful. And so fast forward to last year in December. No, actually, because it's New Year, in 2022, excuse me, because now we're in 2024. In December of 2022, my husband and I went back to Australia. My husband's Australian. And we decided to spend about a month there because we hadn't been able to go back due to the pandemic. So growing up in a military Catholic Filipino family, like I said, I was very modest. And so when we went in December, I don't know, Jake, but if you know this, but it's their summertime. So they're kind of like the opposite of the United States. So in December, That's their summertime. Obviously, it's our wintertime. Well, because my husband loves to take early morning walks on the beach, I had forgotten to bring my one-piece bathing suit from America. And so we went to the local mall. And because it's their summertime, literally they were sold out in all the bathing suits in my size. And the only bathing suit, Jake, that was left in my size at the local Kmart, at the local mall, was a 2-piece leopard bikini, which, I had to say, oh my goodness. Well, this person here who, wears a 1-piece, well, I wasn't too thrilled about it, but I thought, okay, we take our walks at 6 a.m. The only person that's going to see me in a bathing suit is my husband and maybe a couple of early morning walkers. So I wasn't too stressed about it. So on New Year's Day, we took a walk, and my husband took some candid shots, and we enjoyed New Year's Day with our Australian family. And that night we were, looking through my husband's cell phones, and we ran across those photos of me in the bikini. And I thought to myself, jokingly, hey, not too shabby for a 56-year-old gray-haired retired lady. And so, I kind of chuckled about it. And then I remember Sports Illustrated swimsuit search about 3 years ago, when beautiful Kathy Jacobs was named the rookie or the winner, and she was 57 years old. And then I thought to myself, hey, I'm 56. I'm retired. You know what? I'm going to submit to this search. And I honestly thought, Jake, that the search and the application process was already over because it was the end of the year. It was January 1st, 2023. And when my husband and I looked online, to our utter shock and surprise, SI had had extended the deadline to January 1st in America. And because Australia is a day ahead, well, guess what? I had about an hour to cobble together a video, put those completely candid bikini photos, and I applied, and then the rest is history. That's how it happened.
I gotta say this. For you to put in a video in an hour, that is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah. It was kind of like a nail biter too, because my mother-in-law's Wi-Fi was super slow.
Oh God, I hate that.
It took 30 minutes, and it was like a nail biter, but I made it in the nick of time. So, and here I am.
And that's good, Nina. So Nina, it must have been, so what was your reaction when Sports Illustrated contacted you and said you are a finalist?
Well, it was kind of disbelief. I'm like, is this a joke email? Because, I got the email stating that I was the top 24 about 3.5 months after I applied. And to be honest with you, I sort of forgot about it at that moment, So when I got the email, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am top 24. And then we had an interview, and then I made it to the top 7. And then we were told that all 7 of us were going to be in the magazine. And Jake, I was just thrilled. I'm kind of like the mama bear out of the group, because I'm about 23 years older than the next oldest winner, Jenna, who I think just turned 34. So I'm 57. And so they're my babies. All of them are my babies. They're the age of my 3 daughters. I have a 31-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a 28-year-old. So, to say that I wasn't proud of the 6 of them is an understatement. Just thrilled and proud that all 7 of us have made it. And so grateful that MJ and the team, made this exception, right? Because this has never been done before in the history of SI. So it's pretty cool.
And not to mention, it's a pretty big milestone for SI. 60th anniversary swimsuit issue.
Yes, 60th. 6 years. And there's a memory, Jake, that I have that's very distinct in my mind. I was a senior in high school in 1984, 40 years ago. And I remember seeing Cheryl Tiegs on the cover of Sports Illustrated and thinking, number one, how gorgeous is she? And number 2, how amazing it would be to be on the cover, or even just to be in the magazine. And there is no way, Jake, that 17-year-old girl in 1984 would ever imagine that I would be here right now. I'm going to be in the magazine. It is, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's magic, right? It's magical.
And it's definitely full circle too. It's like a full circle moment.
Yeah. 40 years. A 57-year-old is going to be in SI. Now, we've got Martha Stewart and Mae Musk. They've all done it, right? And it's wonderful, and so for me to kind of follow in their footsteps, it's such an honor. It's such an honor.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that issue, I believe, is coming out in March.
I think it's May. The May,
May.
yeah, May. It's May issue it's gonna be coming out. So very soon, and it's really kind of cool. It's because we're all still kind of have this anticipatory excitement because we won't know who well, first of all, what pictures that they're going to have chosen to be in the magazine, and then number two, who's going to get to be on the cover, right? So it's really neat to be like a 57-year-old person having feelings like a 5-year-old the night before Christmas, right? Because it's been a long time since I've had those like little kid feelings of anticipation and excitement and magic. So, this Sports Illustrated journey has certainly been just a wonderful experience for me.
And who knows, you're going to inspire another generation.
Hope so. Hope so.
Awesome. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I gotta say this. I gotta say that we have a lot to do with how did you get involved with Get Safe organization?
How did I get involved with Get Safe?
Yes. I'm so sorry for the transition from Sports
Oh,
Illustrated
that's okay.
to Get Safe.
Thank you so much for asking about Get Safe. It's dear to my heart. So I was introduced to Get Safe back in 1999. And for those who don't know about Get Safe is a nonprofit organization founded by Stuart Haskin. And the mission of Get Safe is to educate, advocate, and empower community members to live more violence-free lives. So we've created various programs that target campus, corporations, law enforcement, survivors of sexual and physical assaults, as well as people with disabilities, both intellectual and physical disabilities. I don't want to say that my specialty is, but what I primarily focus on is persons with intellectual disabilities. So I've been volunteering with them since 1999, and for the last about 5 years I've been on their board, and I have seen some really incredible things happen with Get Safe training. One of the things that I'd like to share, and I'm looking at the time, and hopefully I have a little bit of time, but it's something that's really important. About 20 years ago or so, we developed a program that would help train not only persons with intellectual disabilities about sexual assault and crimes, but also agencies that helped persons who were victims of sexual assault and crimes. One of the agencies that we worked with was called SACA, which is a sexual assault crisis agency. And there was one here in Long Beach where I lived. And when we met with those folks at SACA, they would tell us about stories, how, they would get a lot of crank calls, because you can imagine if there's a hotline, you're going to get a lot of people who are dumb and think it's funny to, pretend like they've been, sexually assaulted. So there was a lot of quote unquote crank calls. And so we educated them about the different populations and communities that could potentially be calling them and need their help. Now, also at the same time, we were teaching persons with intellectual disabilities about boundaries, about sexual assault, and different things of that nature. And one day we received a call from SACA stating that there was a woman who called who had intellectual disabilities that normally they would think was a crank call, but because of our training, they listened to this person. And come to find out, this person, she was 22 years old. And in the state of California, you could be 22 years old and still ride the yellow bus to school. So you can still go to school until you're 22 years old. So she was taking the yellow bus to school, and come to find out, the bus driver had been sexually assaulting the girls on the bus. And she was able to articulate that and call SACA for help. And SACA, because of our training, listened to her, followed through. The authorities were contacted, and then that person who did that horrible crime was tried and prosecuted and sent to jail. So it's things like that that I'm extremely proud of, and Get Safe especially, because they really are proactive and they want to make the community more safer. And so there's many more stories that I could tell you, but I'm looking at the time. But if people want to know more about Get Safe, please, it's getsafeusa.com and you can learn more about it. So thank you for giving this space to shine a light on that. I appreciate it, Jake.
You're so welcome, and it's amazing for all the incredible work that you've done with that. It's just absolutely amazing. I wish we had more time for that, but I know we got to finish up on a lighter note because I was doing some research, and one of your dreams is not just to be on Sports Illustrated, but there's a certain ballroom that's going to be seen on ABC and Disney Plus that you want to go on, and so. You want to be part of one of the Dancing with the Stars cast in the future. So if you had the opportunity to compete on the show, which pro, past or present or current, would be your dream partner and why?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. Dancing with the Stars. Oh, I would love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So there are wonderful. They are all wonderful. Okay. Simply fantastic. I mean, in the past, there's Tony Dovolani, and then of course, Max Sherbatsky, Sherkovsky. I want to make sure I say his name right.
Max Sherkovsky. Oh, by the way, I interviewed both Tony and Max.
Did you? Oh my gosh.
Way back in the day, you guys, you can you can read the interviews on jakes-shake.com.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to do that right after this. So I would love my top two right now that are current are Artem and Val. So I would love to dance with either of them. It would be an honor or privilege. Yeah, I just get excited about thinking about it. Maybe that dream will come true too. We'll see.
And besides, both of them won the Mirror Ball Trophy, so you could probably get the London Mirror Ball Trophy as well.
That would be awesome. That would be fantastic. You know, my mom and dad, they have since passed away, but we used to watch it. It was our family night with my parents, and we used to watch it and just love it because my parents were such great dancers. They were smooth. They, grew up in the 40s. And so they did all the, the type of like swing dancing and the foxtrot and all that stuff. And so, yeah, it'd be kind of like dancing in their honor if I had that opportunity.
That would be amazing, Nina. So, Nina, last question. Where can my audience connect with you on social media?
So I'm on Instagram, and you have to pardon me, folks. I'm still getting the hang of Instagram. My kids are helping me with it. So I am at _Nina Cash_ on Instagram. So you can DM me with any questions. If you want to get a hold of me, through Instagram right now.
Awesome. So guys, if you miss an episode of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar podcast, visit our channels on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Spotify, and Spreaker. Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. And are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and YouTube. Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. And guys, if you want to read my interviews with Tony and with Max, it's jakes-shake.com. Once again, jakes-shake.com. You'll find my take on new music, what happened with The Masked Singer, Season 10, what's currently going on with America's Got Talent Fantasy League, and much more. jakes-shake.com. Nina, it was a pleasure talking with you, and congratulations on everything.
Oh, thank you so much, Jake, and have a wonderful New Year.
Thank you so much. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, have a great one, everybody. Goodbye.